Today we're going to learn about noses and lips. To begin with, when we're drawing a nose, it's mostly shading that we're really drawing, not a bunch of lines. Your face does not have lines on it. So as we're drawing the nose, we want to keep in mind that there are nostrils, but they're not just round dots. They're more like a grain of rice. I'm going to try to make this a little darker so that you can see better. Okay, so as we're drawing a nose, a good place to start is just by drawing the sides of the nose down at the bottom. I'm drawing a little heavier just so you can see better. If you could please draw lighter on your drawing, that would be great. And now I'm going to be adding in the nostrils right above. So the nostrils will be the darkest part. And they are oval shaped. Now, when you're drawing your own nose, your mirror will be angled a little bit so that you will not be looking at your nose as you normally would in a regular mirror. So I'd like you to remember to tilt your head down just a little when you're drawing your nose. I will zoom in just a little bit so you can see better. Okay. Okay, so after you've drawn the grains of rice, you're going to come down with a slightly lighter touch and make them come down. And then as you come down, you're going to make a curved line. It's very light. And it's usually not too much further down than the edges of the nostrils. Notice that there is a space here, so it's almost like a maze. You can go through this area. It should not be closed off. Once you're done drawing this part of the nose, we will be drawing some shading, and that's the only other part of the nose that you need to draw, because like we said, there are no lines. So here's an example of shading. Notice the shading is on one side of the nose. That's all that's needed usually, because usually our light source is coming from one side mostly. There are some lighting situations where you might have both sides, but for now we can just do one side. And I'd like to show you now a good way to shade by using your fingers as a blending tool. So to do this on a separate sheet of paper, you're going to just get some graphite down on the paper. So you just get a good amount of pencil graphite. A lot of people think that it's pencil lead, but it's called graphite. Lead hasn't been used in pencils for a long time because it's not good for your health. So I'm going to take my finger and I'm going to rub on this just to get a dirty finger. Okay, that's the whole point of doing this, is to get the graphite on your finger, and this is the best way to do it. So your finger is nice and dirty. And then it's a sweeping motion going up towards the bridge of the nose. And then you can bring it out a little bit too. So I just want to point out on this finished example, the bridge of your nose is right here. Okay, it's that place where if you're wearing glasses, there's a space over them. And so you start sort of in the corner of your eye with your shading. Don't forget to pull it out just a little bit like this, in sort of a curved motion, or it might look odd. And that's all there is to it for noses.